Title: Who is EKCCNE Elevator? From RFID and components to complete elevator manufacturing. Hook: when buyers evaluate an elevator company, they often look at the final product first: the cabin design, the rated load, the speed, the drive system, the price, the delivery time. All of these are important. But in elevator projects, especially customized projects, there is another question that matters. Does the manufacturer truly understand the elevator system behind the product? Because an elevator is not only a finished cabin and a control panel. It is a complete system of structure, drive, doors, safety devices, guide rails, control logic, spare parts, installation conditions, and long-term maintenance. This is why a company's development path can matter. Today, let's look at EKCNE Elevator and how its background developed from elevator RFID to component supply to complete elevator manufacturing. Industry background: EKC Elevator was established in Shenzhen in Fei, but the industry experience behind the company began much earlier. The founder entered the elevator industry in Fei and has decades of hands-on experience in elevator work. From Fei to Fei, the focus was elevator RFID and design. This stage is important because elevator design is not only about appearance. It involves load calculation, structural layout, shaft conditions, mechanical coordination, safety logic, and installation feasibility. Then, in Fei, the founder moved into elevator components. This included elevator parts supply, warehouse management, and supply chain development. That component experience became an important foundation for later manufacturing. Why? Because complete elevator manufacturing depends heavily on component compatibility. A traction machine must match the control system. The door system must match the shaft and landing conditions. Guide rails, brackets, safety devices, and electrical parts must work together. Spare parts must be available for installation, maintenance, modernization, and replacement. A manufacturer with components supply experience usually has a more practical understanding of how elevator systems are built and supported. From components to complete elevators in Fei, EKC expanded from elevator parts supply into complete elevator manufacturing. This transition was not simply about assembling a finished product. The earlier background in RFID design, parts supply, and warehousing helped the company build a more complete elevator solution structure. Today, EKCCNE's product range includes passenger elevators, home elevators, panoramic elevators, industrial elevators, escalators, and moving walkways. The company also maintains a large-scale spare parts inventory. For buyers, this matters because elevator projects often need more than one product. A project may require a complete elevator system. Another project may need components for modernization. Another may require a shaft structure solution. Another may need OEM customization. Some clients may need semi-finished elevator support for local assembly or installation. This flexibility is especially important for overseas projects, where building conditions, installation team standards, and project requirements can vary widely. Structural design and limited shaft conditions: one of the important engineering focuses for EKC is structural design. Many elevator projects do not happen in perfect building conditions. The shaft may be narrow, the pit may be shallow, the overhead may be limited. The building may already be finished. The client may want more usable cabin space within the same footprint. In these situations, elevator layout design becomes critical. A dedicated structural design team can help optimize space, reduce unnecessary structural waste, and improve usable cabin area. This is not only a technical detail, it can affect installation cost, on-site labor time, passenger comfort, and project feasibility. If the elevator structure is designed poorly, installation becomes harder. The cabin may become smaller than necessary. More site modification may be required. If the layout is optimized early, the same footprint can often be used more efficiently. Manufacturing base and delivery capability: EKCNE is now headquartered in Fuzhou, Jiangxi. The company operates a self-owned industrial park of over Fei Mu. With an annual production capacity of Fei units, this manufacturing base supports complete elevator systems, component supply, customization, and project-based delivery. But manufacturing capacity should not be understood only as a number. For elevator buyers, the more practical question is, can the supplier support different project needs? That may include complete elevator delivery, spare parts supply, shaft structure support, OEM solutions, and semi-finished project cooperation. This is where a company's earlier component background can continue to matter. Elevator manufacturing is not only about producing one standard model. It is about matching the right system to the right building condition. Why this matters for buyers, for distributors, contractors, developers, and project consultants. The supplier's background can affect the whole project process. A supplier with only final product knowledge may struggle when site conditions change. But a supplier with RFID, component, structural, and manufacturing experience may be better prepared to discuss shaft limitations, installation simplification, spare parts compatibility, OEM requirements, modernization support, and long-term maintenance planning. This does not mean every project needs a highly customized solution. Many projects can use standard elevator configurations, but when the building condition is not standard, the manufacturer's system understanding becomes more important. Conclusion: EKCNE Elevator was established in Shenzhen in Fei, but its manufacturing capability was shaped by a longer development path. RFID and design experience from Fei, components supply chain development from Fei, and complete elevator manufacturing after Fei. Today, EKCNE provides complete elevator systems, elevator components, shaft structure solutions, OEM customization, and semi-finished project support. The main lesson is simple. Elevator manufacturing experience does not start only at final assembly. It starts with understanding the system behind the elevator. For more information, you can read the full company background here. https://file.com. Elevator was established in